Hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to you all. Good to see you. What's up to Lupin and Dirty Natchez, Sir Roberts in Low, Stone Rain Productions. Good to see you this afternoon. Rorik's Venture, Lustful Jeeds, Joffrey, Xanathar, Lord Boyce. How is everyone today? Hopefully everyone had a good Tuesday morning. It's been, 21 hours since we've been hanging out. So hopefully everyone is having a spectacular day. We got some fun decks today. We're doing some historic today, and I'm excited. Here's what we got. Here's what we got on the docket. I think we're starting with some Phylactery Lich Devotion. Hemas and Durati Spaghetti. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Hey, what's up, Mike Arnold? Good to see you. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. So we're starting with a weird take on Devotion. A Devotion deck using Phylactery Lich, which is really powerful. 3-mana, 5/5, indestructible. The problem is you gotta have an artifact to even play it, or it's gonna sacrifice itself when the artifact goes away. So to make this work, we got like 4 Pulse Swords, we got Shadow Spheres. I don't know if this is a good plan or not. This is a Platinum Mythic Ring player deck, but we're gonna give it a shot. Dirty Danches handing out gift subs to Bufferet and Colonel Jenkins. And welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. So I'm interested to try this. I've always thought Phylactery Lich is a potentially powerful card, but it's risky and hard to use. Could Historic be the home for it? We got some shenanigans like Shambling Gas can make a treasure that we can put the Lich counter on. So we're gonna see. We're gonna try this Devotion deck, but as backup decks, we got a few options. We have Real Storm. Like a week ago on stream, I mentioned that you can't really play Real Storm in Historic. Charlie and Strike, welcome to the Fishbowl. Charlie does strike, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. I mentioned you couldn't play Real Storm, and someone was like, I play Real Storm. Here's my deck list. So this is the Real Storm deck list. It's trying to play like Modern Storm with Electromancers and Barals and using like Strike at Riches to make mana and then cast Mind's Desires or Mizzix's Masteries. So maybe we try Real Storm. There's also this weird Orzhov Legends deck that I stumbled upon, which is like, I don't even know. It's like Orzhov Legends. It's playing Killin and Jadar and just everything is legendary. It's got Max Ambers going on. So maybe we get to that. We also have Combo Elementals, which is just trying to copy Risen Reef a bunch of times and go off and make a bunch of lands and maybe play an Omniscience, so there's a Shia to turn everything into lands. So we'll see. We're going to be jumping around, but we're starting with Lich Devotion to see what happens. So that is our plan. No Scrap Heap Scrounger. So it's the weird part of this deck is it is a black Devotion deck. Like we got Gray Merchants, and the reason the deck wants Lich is for its 3 black mana symbols along with being a good creature. So playing another colorless card, like even the Shadow Sphere looks a little bit weird in this deck, but playing another colorless card could be a problem. So I consider Treasure Vault. The problem is then our Lich is off curve, our Aetherborn's off curve, our Phyrexian Obliterator's off curve. We need Urborg in the format. Urborg with Treasure Vault would be really good. I don't know if it's worth it or not. We'll see. We'll see how consistent the Lich is with this setup. Maybe we got to add a Treasure Vault, but it would be painful to have to play many of our cards off curve because of their mana cost. But anyway, we're rambling. It's not deck time yet. We gotta first do our reminders. Replay YouTube. That's where you find all old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. This deck does need Castle Lockwains, literally for days. Normal YouTube. Tons of stuff coming up on the YouTube. Let's see what's coming up on the YouTube. Today there was some crim videos and a short about some modern combos. Tomorrow we are Arlen Tribaling for Against Odds. Friday we got Legacy action for Mucha Brew. Already excited about next week's Budget Magic, which, oh my goodness, this week's Budget Magic was sweet. Next week's Budget Magic might be even sweeter, so check out that on the YouTube. Our sponsor today, like usual, is Card Kingdom, the Oozalith. What would we do with Ozolith in this deck? We'll have to see. Maybe we do some brewing on this deck as we go along. Our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need to pre-order some Innistrad Crimson Vow, or get this spicy vampire token, or maybe a vexing shusher to shush your opponent's counter spells out of the format, or Black Market for Commander, you get them at cardkingdom.com/MTG Goldfish. Even get a free MTG Goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one. They'll hook you up. They're super cool like that. Otherwise, merch page, clean out Richard's garage. Oh, poor Richard. I don't know if you listened to the podcast yesterday. How many of you are any of you from, this is historic, Fabio Fries. How many of you are in California? Is there anyone in California? Richard, I didn't even realize, because I'm on the other side of the country. Apparently there was a pretty big storm, and Richard's been kind of out the last couple days because his house just got wrecked. I asked him, of course, are the playmats okay? The playmats playmats on the wall, that's the only thing that really matters. As long as the playmats are okay and the garage is okay, like you can figure out the rest of it. And the playmats are okay, but apparently there's like trees through roofs, and his house is flooded, and it just got really, really messed up. So yeah, but the playmats are good, so you can still get them on the merch page. And finally, donations, always appreciated, never required. $2 support, get your message right on stream. Did anyone else get wrecked by the crazy storm? I mean, it sounded pretty bad where Richard was. I guess Krim is like not super far from Richard, and he said he got a lot of rain, but it wasn't ridiculous. In Connecticut, we're getting a nor'easter at the moment. It's been raining here a lot today. Thankfully, it's not too bad other than raining. But anyway, those are our reminders. So let's talk about this deck. What is this deck trying to do? Well, first, it's a mono black devotion deck. So we got Gray Merchant. We got a bunch of black mana symbols, double black, triple black, quadruple black, double black. So we're trying to get black mana symbols on the battlefield. And then we're using Gray Merchant to drain our opponent out. The thing that drew me to this deck, though, was Phylactery Lich. Phylactery Lich is just a unique card. It's a 3-mana 5/5 indestructible. That's insane. That's very powerful, even by 2021 standards. The problem is, when it comes into play, we got to put a Phylactery counter on the artifact, and if we lose that artifact, and we don't have any artifacts with counters on them, then we got to sacrifice the Lich. So, we have Shadow Spheres, and Vorpal Swords, and Treasure Tokens, but there is a chance that this is just going to get stuck in our hand. On the battlefield, it's insane. The problem is, our opponent could also, like, blow up the artifact, and then we lose our Lich along with the artifact. So I'm really curious if this is going to work. Like, can this plan actually be successful? Because if it is, this would be a big deal, because Lich is, as I said, a really powerful creature. The problem is consistency. So we're going to try this deck and see if it's possible. Why no Underworld Rapes? I mean, I think because we got Lich instead, mostly. Like, you could why am I getting challenged? Why is that popping up? Anyway, yeah, so you could play Underworld Dreams. We don't really have anything specific to do with Underworld Dreams. I feel like Underworld Dreams is better if you can force your opponent to draw cards, but you know what I just thought of? Running a GP deck with Lich and Platinum Angel. Wait, was that an actual thing? Did you actually run Lich Platinum Angel at a GP? That's insane. Hey, Seth, how's the new house? I just bought a house and closed like the same week you did. That's awesome, Affinity. It's going good. It's going good. I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, there's tons of things we could potentially add to it. So I'm definitely down for some brewing if we have good ideas of stuff to add. Like, what would be the sweetest? Let's just try a couple games and see what happens, and then we'll go from there. What would be like? What are other ways that we could? Ooh. We got Shadow Sphere. I feel like I'm definitely going to want, like, I don't know about Cabal Stronghold. I hardly ever have success with Cabal Stronghold, but what I do have success with almost all the time is Castle Lockwayne drawing me cards. I feel like it'd be better off dropping the strongholds for Castle Lockwaynes, but we'll see. Got my first house 13 months ago, getting super rich. Ooh, yeah, that is good timing. I mean, house prices went up insanely in the past year, so good timing on that one. 70-mile gusts of winds. Jeez, that is some serious wind. Priest of Forgotten Gods. All right. Oh no. Oh, we got Lich, but it doesn't. Oh, it gets got by sacrifice still. What good is being indestructible if there's a Priest of the Forgotten Gods on the battlefield and a Skullport Merchant? Oh, removal. We need removal, and we need it like now. Ooh, that is removal that we get right now. Well, we will go to combat. We will attack you. Hit ya. All right. Down to 16. Murderous Rider. Put a swift end to that Priest of Forgotten Gods before it ruins us. Next turn, the Lich can come down. Vault Scourge is an artifact and a black mana. Oh, I like that. There's got to be more black artifacts. We do have Vorpal Sword, which is kind of spicy. I would like to get a Vorpal Sword kill. That would be pretty sweet. But there's got to be more heavy. What about Bolus's Citadel? Oh, Bolus's Citadel with a counter on it. Question about your YouTube channels. Tomer's content was broken off to a new channel. Krim was not. Thoughts on that choice? Is simple as Commander versus not? Yeah, I mean that was basically the entire reasoning. It wasn't Tomer, it was Commander content that we ended up splitting off. So whether or not it was like the right choice, I guess I'm still not 100% sure. But yeah, it wasn't about Tomer in specific. It was just about making a lot more Commander. Basically, the thinking was, Commander's getting really popular. We want to make more Commander content, but we also don't want to just overwhelm everyone and have like a million views and showing up if you're a subscriber to the YouTube channel or whatever, just like overwhelming everyone who subs to the channel. So the solution was just having Commander be its own thing in a separate channel. So yeah, I don't know. How is YouTube for you? Like, does it get overwhelming if someone you follow just posts like 5 videos a day or something? Because that was like the main concern, really. No lands. Another priest of forgotten gods. Well, all right. Kill the priest again. We just can't let this thing live. It's gonna ruin our day. So priest out of here. So yeah, that was the thinking. But splitting off Crim into its own channel would be kind of weird because Crim just plays constructed and modern and historic, so it would be weird to, the idea wasn't to have, oh, here's Tomer's channel. It was like Goldfish Commander channel. It just happens that Tomer happens to make most of the Commander content. Like, I make Commander content on occasion, and when I do, it goes on the Commander channel. So yeah, but splitting off Crim into his own channel would be a lot harder to make sense of, I think, just because he plays the same formats I do for the most part. And same with like Phil. Like Phil also plays historic and, you know, stuff like that. So it's kind of like 60 card versus 100 card basically are the two channels. Think of it that way rather than the people on the channel. It's nice. Oh boy. Okay, we're getting close. Wait, does this let us Liliana? 1, 2, 3. Is this Cabal Stronghold going to? Oh my God, Cabal Stronghold is so incredibly lackluster. Oh yeah. Is Cabal Stronghold ever worth it? Like, is there any way it's actually worth it? Well, it's gonna combat attack, yeah. We have 5 lands, all of them are basic swamps except the Cabal Stronghold, and it's still not making extra mana. It's like the safest Cabal coffers. About it. Gonna block, gonna sack to draw a card. Sure. I mean, I guess we could have equipped. Well, all right, it's Lich time. What about Nykthos? What about Nykthos in Historic? Would Nykthos be too powerful? Would it just be busted? It might be busted. Hey, Jude, how are you? Good to see you. I'm glad you guys didn't, I'm not a commander at all. Yeah, I think it made sense to do it that way. Hey, what's up, 15-minute player? The counter on the top right says 2 and 2. Oh, that's a holdover from yesterday. I will get that fixed. Ooh, so it's almost time for spoilers. So close. Yeah, Cabal Stronghold is I don't know. Oh my God, that's an obliterator. Well, we will continue to attack you. Opponent. Can you stop a Lich? So what is Phylactery? I don't know, like, what is the flavor of this card? I don't necessarily understand. I'm sure there's flavor behind it that I just don't get, but what is the flavor of this Lich? Why does it care about artifacts? We ended up feeding the kids. We went 3 and 2, not as good as we were hoping, but I had a fun deck built around, I have fun deck built in standard around Thematic Compass, Dreadshade. Ooh, I remember a deck like that. That sounds sweet. TKD Ben, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Phylacteries are where Liches store their souls. Oh, wait, Liches don't have souls? Oh, so they literally store their souls like apart from their body. And then, wow, so many gift subs going out from What Are You Doing to Remain, Interrupter Jones, Jack in the Rainbow, Brennan Dotted, and Bruniku. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we have a new donation. So much happening at once. Winner Milan, $6.90. LMAOEZ. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate it. That went pretty well. We took down the sacrifice deck pretty convincingly there. Okay, so Sphere of Annihilation. The world's slowest wrath. Is it worth it? So it's a soul in a box. So I guess that makes sense. So the Lich puts its soul on the artifact, and then if we blow up the artifact, I assume the Lich needs its soul to live or it dies, and that's why it dies. That that kind of makes sense in its own. I mean, as much as anything makes sense in the Magic world. Is it a Magic thing, or does this come from like D&D? Huh. All right. So what else do we want against? Maybe just. All right, we're not going to Sphere of Annihilation, but we will maybe Crippling Fear, Crippling Fear, and in Bloodchief's Thirst, probably. Going down what? That's a real question. Gifted Aetherborn's kind of meh. Maybe 2 Gifted Aetherborns, and we can't really cut the artifacts. All right, we'll go 1 Crippling Fear. Let's try it like that. Let's try it like that. So it's like a high fantasy thing. I gotcha. Oh, it even predates. Okay, so it's been something that's been around for a while. So I'm like the only person who doesn't know what a Lich does, apparently. We talked about the sneak peeks yesterday. One land, one keep. I mean, this hand's actually pretty good if we hit our lands. Well, all right, we'll mulligan. Too risky. Oh, this Cabal. As soon as this game ends, we're cutting Cabal Stronghold. We are cutting it, and we're not looking back. Oh my god, this card. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's so bad. It is just so bad. Give us a Cabal Coffers in Historic Wizards, but Cabal Stronghold is just not going to cut it. The deck feels like it needs Lolth. I could see Lolth being okay in this deck. Aren't Liches the things in pop culture because D&D, which in turn got them from Conan the Barbarian? Ooh. I've never seen Conan the Barbarian. I know what it is, but I've never actually just like watched it about it. Gilded Goose. Wow, they could have. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Cabal Stronghold is going. That's the first thing we've learned. It is out of here. God. It is. Please give us a Castle Lockwain. Please, Magic Gods. Hey, what's up, Dude the Grey? Good to have you. There's no we got Lich instead of Iara. Well, oh my. They gotta go. They gotta go. 3 lands and no mana. Oh my god. Platinum Mythic Reg player, what were you thinking? What were you thinking, Platty? Oh, Lich can use treasure token from Saggy Zombie. Alright. You know what? We're just going to do a little conceding here. Whoa! Please consider Book of Vile Darkness. Synergizes so well with removal options in the deck. Ooh. I actually really like that idea. Then that gives us more artifacts, and it works with removal. Ooh. I'm almost tempted just to cut these and play 22 lands. That's how little I'm liking Cabal Stronghold at the moment. Yeah. Why is it here? That is a good question. It will not be for long. Yeah, Phyrexian Tower could be good. Well, all right, go Lich. Please no sacrifice shenanigans. Vorpal Sword, Lich you, Gary. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Hey, thank you, Lord Nerf. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I like Phyrexian Tower. Yeah, I mean, Stronghold is just... There are decks that can take advantage of Stronghold, but if your idea is just, oh, I'm going to throw it into a deck because it's got swamps, you're going to be disappointed, and you're going to spend the entire time thinking, wow, I really wish this was a Castle Lockwain to draw me cards. Every time, Castle Lockwain makes you think it's a good idea, and then it pulls the rug out from under your feet and gets you. It's not bad. I mean, it's like a super budget. It's like a super budget version of Cabal Coffers. Well, I guess it's Lich time. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Opponent sacks it all. Oh man, Double Freeze of Forgotten Gods. Okay, opponent, tap, sacked all their mana at least. Innkeeper. And land. And alright, not sacking yet. Well, we will go to combat. We will attack you. About it. Blocks. Are they really going to sack everything? Sacking everything, if they're going to sack everything, they should during their turn so they could use the mana, I think. Alright, we get pinged, we get pinged. We lose our Lich. Priest of Forgotten Gods is pretty good. Well, play the land. Yeah, pass the turn. Oh, if they have a Citadel, we're just in so much trouble. Hey, Seth, what LGS do you consider your home LGS or one that you'd recommend in New York? So really, I don't really have a home LGS. There's not a ton of options around where I am in the middle of nowhere in upstate New York. So, all right, get rid of that finally. Down to 12. So I don't know if I would consider myself to really have a home LGS at this point, unfortunately. I know there are good LGSs like in Rochester and Syracuse and Binghamton. So like if you go to some of the upstate New York cities, there's decent LGSs, but there's nothing that's close enough that it's just like right down the road. Shouldn't you have killed the priest on your turn so they couldn't use the tower to fizzle the rider? Didn't we kill the priest on our turn? I think. That's not gonna work. Oops, indeed. No one knows how to play against the Lich. The soul is still safe. A Cabal Stronghold would actually be sweet here because we could activate the Vorpal Sword. Go attacking. Get it at ya. About it. Takes it. Gary, you. Drain ya. Down to 9. If we get our opponent low, then they can't just get us with Bolas to Citadel is easily down to 7. Oh my goodness. Is this happening? Yo, the goose. I mean, we're going to lock our opponent into chumping for the rest of the game because Vorpal Sword is just, it's deadly. It's deadly. We're getting close. We need one more mana. I'll play the land, go to combat, attack you. Uh-oh. They're looking at the sword. Swing. About it. Gonna do some Lich jumping. Yes. Yes. Voted down to 6. Murderous Rider. You like cheese? I also like cheese. You know who else likes cheese? Bear likes cheese. I've learned that recently. Bear likes everything though. I have not found a single food that Bear dislikes yet. He's gonna be such a chubby puppy. I'll go to combat. Attack you. I mean, so I guess we probably should have moved the sword over. It wouldn't have made a difference as far as lethal, but get it. Hit ya. No fear. Oh my god, this Vorpal Sword. Oh, if our opponent kills a Vorpal Sword, it like wraps our board. About it. The good news is Bear thinks that his medicine is treats. I had to give him like some flea medicine, or I think it was flea medicine. Whatever the vet gave me, it was for something. I just gave it to him, and he thought it was a treat, and he just chowed it down. No problem. So that's convenient. It's my birthday today. Glad to have an opportunity to spend some time with you in chat. Well, Variety Black, happy birthday. I'm glad you could spend some of it with us in chat too. I mean, I can't blame a dog for not liking lettuce. I also, I have a thing with vegetables, honestly. I guess I'm kind of, come to think of it, I'm probably kind of a picky eater. I guess it would be fair. Can we get out of platinum, please? I feel like we've been bouncing right here forever. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of a picky eater. We don't like, so milk on cereal, obviously not good. No fluids on cereal. Green foods in general, yeah, not ideal. Not a big fan. I don't know if I can think of a green food that I really like. Like, I'll eat green foods, but I don't know if there's many that I actively enjoy eating. I'll eat them because they're healthy. Foods touching each other, that's a little weird. I mean, I'm not like super picky on that, but I would prefer my foods not to be super mixed together most of the time. Yeah, we're getting rid of. We are getting rid of these Cabal Strongholds. Thank the magic gods. Adding Castle Lockwains. Also, thank the magic gods. Adding a couple Agadeem's Awakenings. And, okay, that worked, though. We liched them. We really did lich them. I mean, what's a good green food? Green jello. I could get behind that. Vanilla cake with food coloring. That would probably be a good green food. Think the deck wants more than 24 lands? It could be good. So the problem with colorless lands in the deck is we have a lot of stuff that's like 3 or 4 black mana symbols, and playing it off curve would be really painful. So that's kind of the reason not to play like Treasure Vault or something like that. Sounds reasonable. I mean, opponent ob. So some sort of Phoenix deck. I mean, I thought most people dislike green foods. HX Revolution. We weren't made to eat those. That's not how we evolved. We evolved to eat cereal without milk, obviously. Oh my god. Oh, all right, we're gonna run out all the artifacts. Maybe more than 24 lands would be worth it. For a person who asks, the Heart of Games in Buffalo is my LGS, has a great community for almost every format. Ooh, I've never been there. Do you eat cereal with no milk? Yeah, of course. Wait, do you eat cereal with milk? Who does that? We are technically want to know about it. Cantripping. We are hoping for lands. Lands to get down this Lich would be nice. Oh boy. Well, here comes the Phoenixes. Not looking good, Too dry is. It is dry, but that is a whole point. You don't want your cereal soggy. That defeats the point of eating cereal. Hey, good luck, Doug. Enjoy the job interview. Go crush it. All right. Faithless Looting, sure. Cereal with no milk, super common among toddlers from their snack cups. See? Exactly. I'm a very normal 3-year-old, apparently. I'm not even trolling. I really don't eat milk on cereal. We've talked about this before. I thought everyone knew that at this point. We've talked about it on Commander Clash. We've talked about it on stream. This, definitely not a troll. That is actually like legit how I like cereal. See, there you go, Stone Reigns. I appreciate that. I knew there had to be someone else. Wow, why is all right, help me with this, chat. What in the world are you naming with dispossesses in historic? Like Bolas's Citadel against, like, why is there a I just realized that there's a dispossesses and the 2 dispossesses in the sideboard. Well, you don't want to exile art for the mirror match in case someone else is trying to play Vorpal Swords. Okay, I mean that makes some amount of sense. I could see that. Oh, no graveyard hate. No graveyard hate's bad. Ballista's not even in the format. Name Black Lotus, yeah, just in case they found a way. Yes, the one that hits things other than artifacts would probably be better. Well, I mean, we can repeatedly kill Arclight Phoenixes without graveyard hate, though. I don't think we can beat this deck. Well, I mean, killing that's something. Ooh, Castle Lockwain, that's a good one. All right, get rid of the DRC. Pass the turn. Boo, Lista. Yeah, Leyline seems like an obvious sideboard card. You never know with Platinum Mythic rank player. Platinum Mythic rank player is one of my all-time favorite Magic players, but they do make some really weird choices. Opponent, Ops. Necromantia, I think, would be better. Basically anything. Name a black Magic card, and it would probably be better than... There's just not, like, enough artifact matters decks in Historic for Dispossesses to be worth it. Like, Dispossesses I don't think even saw play in Standard when Kaldheim was around. Well, oh, 2 Phoenixes again, golly. All right, we will just hardcast the Murderous. All right, so ley lines are going in. Ley lines are going in. Have you ever tried cereal with ice cream? It's not bad. Ooh, I haven't, but that sounds interesting. Cereal with ice cream. I loved your most recent Winota video. I figured I would toss this your way. Seems right up your alley. Ooh, let me take a look. Golgari Turns. Yes. Ugin's Nexus action. That is pretty spicy, but wait, how do we... So we can sack it to Varazka. Turn on Ugin's Nexus with Karn. That's pretty sweet. All right, here comes all the Phoenixes. I'll play the land, go to combat, get you with the Murderous Rider. Pass the turn, I guess. Fighting Arclights with targeted removal is just such a losing battle, especially when our removal also makes us lose 2 life. We're saving 1 damage, 1 single damage for the cost of 3 mana and skipping our turn. Yeah, that's actually that's a super cool idea. I really like the idea of that deck. I don't think I've ever really seen a Ugin's Nexus deck that actually looked functional, and that actually looks like a pretty sweet take on Ugin's Nexus. Storm the Festival seems perfect for it. Yeah, I could see playing that. That looks really sweet. I really like it. Oh, Trading Post. I do love me some Trading Post. Opponent hits us to 9. Land. Crackles. Sign in blood. Well, we will kill the Crackles. Kind of want to play the Lich just to let our opponent know that we have it. Well, now we're seeing the downside of Lich. Not that it would really matter because we don't have Graveyard Hate, but that was a Pioneer deck. Trading Post I feel like that's just such an underrated card. It's probably too slow for like Modern, but it's so much value when it sits on the battlefield. Pillar of Flames. Pillar of Flame. All right. Quick change. There's no way. We cannot leave Dispossesses in the sideboard. We just can't. No. Platinum Mythic rank player. So, what do you think is going to be better? Innistrad, Crimson Vow, or Midnight Hunt? Do you think that Crimson Vow can top Midnight Hunt? And also, have we heard anything about box toppers? Do you remember a few months ago, there was like confirmation of box toppers in Innistrad, but then they didn't come with Midnight Hunt? Have we figured out anything about if and when we might be getting box toppers? Are there other black artifacts that are playable? Well, I don't think Midnight Carve counts. Reaper's Talisman. When a creature attacks, it gains Death Touch. When it attacks alone, you drain for 2. I do think the idea of using... Ooh, Mask of Grizzlebrand. Mask of Grizzlebrand on an Obliterator seems sweet. And that's we're going to play one. What's the worst that can happen? Book of Vile Darkness. But then we also need the rest of it. This might be... Actually, maybe this works. What if we get rid of the Vorpal Swords? Or trim back on the Vorpal Swords? Add in some Vecna pieces. I don't know if this is actually improving the deck. But it's spicy. I feel like we might have just made the deck worse. You don't. How can you play one without the rest, though? Ooh, Poet's Quill's kind of. Actually, is Poet's Quill just better than Shadowsphere? I mean, it still gives lifelink, and it's black, so it adds devotion. I mean, Book of Vile Darkness isn't going to do anything otherwise, right? How do we lose life and make zombies? I don't think just 3 black mana symbols is worth it. I think we gotta do more than just have 3 black mana symbols. I guess like Murderous Rider and Infernal Grasp can make us lose life, but we don't really have ways to lose life. I don't really understand what the Ozolith does, though. I don't think the Ozolith really does any. I guess we'd have to have an artifact creature to put the Lich counter on, and then maybe it would do something. Quantum, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you think that Hammer Time will ironically get hit by the Ban Hammer? I mean, I would. Modern is an interesting question right now, I would say. Yeah, I don't know about the Book of Vile Darkness, actually. That might not actually work. I think we just messed up the deck. I do think we need... Oh, boy. All right, hang on. Hang on, we're going to fix this. Maybe Treasure Map. Yeah, Treasure Map could be fine. Can kids play in Magic tournaments? Kids can play in Magic tournaments with their parents' approval, I believe. So... yeah, I don't think you can just do it by yourself. As far as real Magic tournaments, at least. Online, it's a little bit more complicated. All right, so the reason... All right, so we are doing this. We are getting rid of this. We are adding in Castle Lockway. Yeah, I don't actually think... The Book of Vile Darkness, I think we either got to go all in, or we have to... not play it at all, essentially. I don't think the idea of just playing Book of Vile Darkness, I don't think it does enough. I don't think it does much of anything. Mask of Grizzlebrand is probably too slow, but I do kind of want to try it because it is sweet. And now we have Graveyard Hate, which I think is an improvement. Not having all the obliterators is kind of weird. All right, let's Phyrexian Obliterator. Go down 1 Liliana. Go down 1 Vorpal Sword. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. Oh, maybe Lich is too inconsistent. I think going up to 26 lands is probably a must. Oh, you really like the land plan, don't you, Halfling? I don't know. I don't know. Do you think this deck requires 26 lands? I mean, I know the trend in Magic is just to keep adding more lands, and I think in... Huh? Oh, this is... Well, okay, we're going to find out about the Vecna plan, because we accidentally loaded the Vecna version. Oh, no. We accidentally loaded the Vecna version, so it appears that we will be playing some Vecna whether we want to or not. Opponent healers all gets and hits us. Well, land an Eye of Vecna. Draw a card. Oh, Book of Vile Dark. Okay, this is coming together. This is kind of coming together. I do like Dread Presence quite a bit. The Ozolith lets you move the Lich counter to the Lich itself. But how do you get the Lich counter on the Ozolith is the thing. Because I believe the Ozolith... we will decline. Castle Lockway, Lich. Because the Ozolith says, when a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, put those counters on Ozolith. So to actually get the Lich counter on the Ozolith, we'd have to play Lich and put the counter. So I guess we'd have to either have Ozolith on the battlefield, or we'd have to put the counter on an artifact creature. I mean, the idea is cool. I think my concern would be, the idea is cool, but we just don't have anything else to do with it. I think that's kind of the main issue. We don't really have any other counter synergies. All right, opponent gonna gain much of life, grow the Pride Mate, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna die to this Pride Mate next turn. We will decline. Shambling Gas, play the land. Swift and the Pride Mate while your opponent's tapped out. All right, not dead yet. Not dead yet. We're staying alive. Yeah, well, yeah. But we don't really have, it doesn't do anything else in the deck, right? Just like literally nothing else. Oh, geez. That's a lot of Cocos. I feel like we need more. Why not Obliterator? If we play Obliterator, they just give the huge Ajani's Pride Mate protection from black with Elcid, and we die. So we don't really have a choice but to try to deal with it, or we just literally lose to this protection. And I mean, we're gonna lose to a fake magic card. We will decline. Oh, well, all right, save us, Gary. Gray Merchant. Could have been better if we could have lived longer, but we gain a bit. It's kind of funny that these cards are legal in Historic. I mean, digital exclusives, I guess. Leonin Vanguard. Ozolith can move any counters it has, not just the one from its effect. No, but what I'm saying is nothing else in our deck does anything with counters. So while I think the idea of getting the Lich counter on the Lich with Ozolith is cool, I feel like we need more counter synergies to make the Ozolith worth it. Because if we don't have a Lich, then the Ozolith is a dead card. So I feel like we need to find a way to do more with counters before we considered putting it in the deck. At least that's what I'm leaning towards right now. Hey, what's up, awesome dude? How are you? Good to see you. Well, opponent gained some life. Yeah, I mean, we just can't beat this protection spell, so I think we're just dead. Huh. Well, yeah, go Hallowed Priest. Well, we'll see. Maybe our opponent doesn't know what they're doing. That's possible. But yeah, so I think the idea is cool, but I feel like we need to try to build a +1/+1 counter deck for it to really be worth it. Opponent gains a bunch of life. I mean, we'll see. That's pretty obvious. Opponent, do you see the obvious lethal? Yes. All right. Huh. Well, apparently there's a lot of Ajani Pride Mates legal in Historic. Who would have guessed? I mean, the real issue there is I think that our opponent drew a lot of collected companies. Many collected companies. Huh. Yeah, I don't know about this Book of Vile Darkness plan. Well, maybe this is just a janky deck. I mean, it does have Lich in it, and Lich, as powerful as it looks, has really never done anything in any format. So maybe it's just not a good Magic card. Maybe that's the issue. If we cut the book though, we just have so few artifacts for the Lich. All right, go Miracles. Let's draw some artifacts. Hey, what's up, Max? How are you? Good to see you. Opponent. Poet's Quill plus some lessons. Yeah? I mean, Poet's Quill is sweet. It might be worth it. Well, we got removal this game, which is good. All right, opponent. What do you got? Opponent's gonna mulligan. Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward to play the Scurry Oak combo in our opponent's deck. I mean, maybe they're playing and just didn't hit it. About it. Alright, well, let's sign in blood. Yeah, it is kind of funny that people get salty about. Ooh. Lich with Mask of Grizzlebrand seems pretty good. Gordius! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And, well, we had a removal spell last game. This game we actually have a sweeper, which is hopefully going to be sweet. Like, this Crippling Fear, hopefully going to be pretty good here. We'll see about it. Looking at the Mask of Grizzlebrand. Mask of Grizzlebrand, I think, is a powerful card. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Run out that Healer's Hawk. Oh, no. Okay. Opponent. Alright, so the Pride Mate's gonna stick. Well, play the land. Crippling Fear. On Camel. Kill most of your stuff. Opponent. Land. Hits us for 5. Oh, can the Lich save us? Hopefully their last card's not Coco. Alright, just a Pride Mate, that's fine. Play the land. Lich it. Counter on the Mask of Grizzlebrand. Pass the turn. Okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go. It is Lich time. Vote it, Healer's Hawk. Sure. It's going well, Druid guy. How are you? About it. Passing. Kill the big Pride Mate. Yes. Untap. Land. Equip. An opponent scoops it up. We gain a little bit of life. Just only 5. And our life gain opponent wants no peace. No peace. They're out of here. Silent Submarine. Silent Submarine. That was from the bad era vehicles. Vehicles are kind of funny. Do people really dislike life gain? Is that actually an archetype people dislike? I don't think I've ever really been salty about life gain. Life gain feels pretty tame to me in general. All right, no removal. But we'll see. Opponent, land, Leonin Vanguard. Yeah, okay, that's a removal spell. Land go. About it. Plains and hits us for 1. Sure. Well, Gifted Etherboard. Go. We can gain life 2. We can gain life 2. Our opponent's deck is a life gain deck. Iliad. Is there a way our opponent goes infinite here? They'd have to have a really lucky Coco. We would like to progress the board. You know what? I don't think it matters. Get in, hit ya. Down to 18. Pass the turn. We're gonna pass. Play safe. Play safe. Day's going well. Had some chicken and waffles from my favorite waffle place. Ooh. I'm now taking a bubble bath and watching you. That sounds like a great day. Chicken and waffles. Is that exactly what it sounds like? So I've never had chicken and waffles. Is that just normal waffles with chicken on them? I feel like that sounds a little gross. Or is it some sort of like breakfast chicken that goes really well with waffles for some reason? That would make more sense. Well, Gifted Etherboard hits ya. About it. Takes it. Oh, this Innkeeper is kind of an issue here. Chicken strips on the side, dip them in syrup. It's amazing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Coco. Opponent. Trellisara. Well, I'm gonna put a Swift into that. Although this is still not a great spot to be. Opponent gains life, grows their dorks. Gains life, grows their dorks. At least they don't get to scry. Vanguard's getting big, and then it gains even more life. Oh no. Oh god. Oh dear. I think we need Damnation in Historic. I mean, chicken is good and waffles is good. Ooh, that might be helpful. Not 100% sure about the two together though. That sounds a little bit weird. Do we even attack? I guess we attack. It's not like they can attack into the obliterator anyway. No skyclaves. No skyclaves, please. About it. Adapts and black already has plenty of wrath. Let white have the best ones. Black does not have good wrath in historic. What's the best black wrath in historic? Crux of Fate? Like there's basically no good wrath in historic for black decks. Well, Gifted Etherborn, this is looking bad. Murderous Rider. That removal spell on the Obliterator is probably going to let our opponent win this game. I mean, Shadow's Verdict doesn't kill everything. Neither does Languish. Bantu's Last Reckoning it is a reverse Elrond's Epiphany. Like, sure, it does kill everything, but the cost of skipping your turn is pretty high. That is a high cost. Extinction of, like, a lot of those things aren't wraths. I don't think things that kill, like, some percentage of your opponent's creatures actually count as a wrath. I mean, maybe Meathook Massacre is the best. Is that the best wrath? Here they come. Oh, Celia just went off. Block, block, block. Don't really have a choice. So, like, here, Crippling Fear doesn't do it. Yeah, we're in trouble. Lich. We are still gonna die. Well, I guess we just draw some cards and go out on our own terms. Boom. Ouch. All right, we're gonna give this deck one more try and then, maybe we move on to a different deck. Maybe the Lich plan is just not practical. I feel like this is just kind of as sad as it is, it feels like it's just kind of a bad devotion deck. I think the Lich idea is interesting, but in general, it kind of just feels like devotion, but bad. I mean, Shadow's Verdict, like, do you consider those wraths? I mean, I guess they're like sort of wraths. They're not bad cards, but they also they're not destroy all creature wraths. Have you ever had non-American potato salad? I don't think so. Is there, what's the difference? You need Soul Broker? Davriel? Interesting. I mean, I feel so a lot of the choices in this deck are revolve around trying to make Lich work. I think many of the cards that are in the deck probably would not be in the deck if it wasn't for Lich. But if we're going to try to play Lich, I think we have to play them because if we don't, we just can't, like, the Lich will not do anything. So I think that's the question. Like, you can get rid of the Lich, and then you get rid of Vorpal Sword, and then you get rid of Shadow Sphere, then you can get rid of Shambling Ghast, etc., and then use those slots on other things. Yeah, 6 mana is just too much, I think, for Blood on the Snow. Maybe in some sort of, like, specific ramp deck, or it might be fine, but I think in general, 6 mana that's a lot. Do you not consider Day of Judgment to be a wrath because it doesn't beat regeneration? I mean, that seems a little disingenuous. I think there's a difference between... I think there's obviously a difference between destroy all creatures mana value 3 or less, or destroy all odd or even creatures, and destroy all creatures -1s with a archaic mechanic that are not printed anymore. So I feel like that's maybe not the best comparison. I mean, I consider wraths to be things that say destroy all creatures. I think a sweeper, I would consider Storm's Wrath to be a sweeper. I think things that can sweep away the board are considered sweepers. I mean, maybe that's too technical and it's just used interchangeably, but that's kind of what I would say. The things that can sweep away a big chunk of the board are sweepers, and wraths are things that say destroy all creatures. I mean, languish isn't bad. Languish is decent. Good sweeper. How about Toxic Deluge? Let's just skip Damnation and go right to Toxic Deluge. But I mean, black just doesn't have a, wow, opponent scoops up the whole match. Interesting. Black just doesn't have good, like, look at the options that black has. Like, if you just want to destroy all creatures, I think it's Crux of Fate. I think that's the starting point. I mean, maybe it's fine that black doesn't have a real wrath in the format, and that it gets by with various pseudo wraths that are good in certain matchups, but there isn't. I don't think there's Crux of Fate, there's Blood on the Snow, and that's pretty much it. I guess Phyrexian Scriptures in its roundabout way is wrathish. Bantu's Last Reckoning, that is a cheap wrath, but skipping your next turn or untapping in your next turn is that's tough. That is asking for a lot to go right to not get killed as a result of casting it. I mean, I guess Extinction event is probably a good option. More sweepers, I think, would be helpful against the aggro decks. All right, come on, Lich. All right, we'll switch decks in a minute. Let's do another game or two, and then we'll switch. What about Blasphemous Act? Is that a sweeper or wrath? I mean, I guess it depends on how technical you want to be. I think 13 damage, like Starve Extinction, Blasphemous Act, in general, they do kill everything. There are, there is a chance that your opponent has a Cherix on the battlefield, and it has, 17 toughness and dodges a Blasphemous Act. But in practice, those cards usually do kill everything. So, hey, what's up, Devin the Dude? How are you? Good to see ya. Have you ever tried mashed potatoes with steak sauce? I don't think so. All right, get in, hit you with the Etherboard. So opponent appears to be crimming. Well, let's see what wraths our opponent's deck has. Etherboard, Shadowsphere. Go. Well, good thing we got this Castle Lockway and not Cabal Stronghold about it. Ooh, spicy. Frantic Inventory. Interesting. About it. Yeah, no damage-based wraths are killing Cherix. Cherix is the hard answer to the Blasphemous Act meta. Cracks a Fabled Passage. Yeah, Cry is good. Cry is a good aggro. Good sweeper against aggro. All right. Yeah, Honey's Expertise plays a... Wow, another Frantic Inventory. All right. Well, go Phyrexian Obliterator. Search for his Kanta. Oh, Frantic Inventory is such a swingy card. When your opponent has two of them early, that's a lot of card draw. That's a lot of card draw. About it. How have you been enjoying Historic since the last round of bannings? About it. Appears to have more removal. Well, go to combat. Attack you. Oh, and this is Kanta's gonna flip too. Ouch. Opponent takes it to 13. We'll play a land past the turn. Leer Storm. Ooh. Have you gotten some storm kills with it? Does it actually work? All right. Archmage's Charm draws some cards. Opponent certainly got the card draw. No doubt about that. The Ashiok Sleeves. Yeah, the Ashiok Sleeves sweet. Opponent mills a counter, flips his Kanta. Well, I guess we're just hoping this Obliterator somehow goes all the way. We do have some decent sideboard cards for our opponent's deck, but ooh, main deck might be tough. Untap land, go to combat, attack you. No removal? About it. Please die. Down to 8. I'll pass the turn. Opponent activates his Kanta. And hey Seth, good to see you. Enjoyed this week's podcast. Love to listen to the work. Yeah, it was a, oh no. Oh my god, that's so much card draw. Opponents drawn 20, oh my god, 26 cards. They've drawn 12 more cards than us. 12. And we have a handful of cards that don't do anything. This is a bad position. Bad place to be at the moment. Okay, well, we will show off our card drawing abilities. Boom. Opponent found a Field of Ruin to kill our Castle Lockwayne. Ugh. The good times are over. They're at an end. They should have Cavern to Historic. I'm hoping they reprint Cavern in Innistrad Crimson Vow. I guess it's probably not especially likely, but okay. Well, it is probably time to concede, I think. Opponent discards. All right, yeah. Okay. Is Phylactery Lich with Treasure Vault good? Not a ton of land removal being played. So it is nice that it would be nice to have a land that works with Lich. The downside is Lich being triple black, so Treasure Vault being colorless is pretty awkward for actually being able to cast it. So I think that's the downside. But yeah, having a land that works with Lich would be pretty sweet. Oh boy, yeah. Even with our sideboarding, this seems like a tough matchup. American potato salad is heavily processed and tastes fake. German potato salad is made with bacon bits, homemade ingredients. Ooh, that does sound tasty. Pokemaster Manny 1 year resub. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Well, you're not flipping your Iskanta, and you're not going off with your frantic inventories. And well, if we can somehow make this Lich resolve, that could just go all the way. I'm not sure how a blue-black deck deals with Lich. This might be Lich's time to shine. This might be the one. I wish the artifact dual lands for MH2 got ported to Arena. I wonder if they'd be too good. Opponent played it untapped. Interesting. Opponent's Death Shadowing over there. Plays a Castle Vantress. Oh. All right, we're gonna wait. We're gonna pass. Next turn we can Thoughtseize Lich, and then we're riding this Lich all the way to the victory, hopefully. Well, Thoughtseize you. Oh, double counter. All right, well, take exclude. Play the land, pass the turn. Oh, this Lich will beat our opponent. If we can get the Lich down, it is going to win, I think. Hey Seth, do you think that Naya vehicle deck? What do you think of a Naya vehicle deck that splashes for Azeka's Chariot? That sounds kind of sweet. I mean, Azeka's Chariot is one of the most powerful vehicles that we've had. Well, all right, Gray Merchant. See if we can bait out the counter. Drain you a bit. All right, well, next turn it's Lich time, and we hope for the best. Opponent untaps TGZ. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Feed the Swarm on the ley line. Well, all right. This better not be another counter. Oh, no. All right. Boy. Ay, 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 ay. Well, so halfling steed. I don't know about the 26 land plan. It seems like we have, we've consistently had way more lands than we need, so. Oh, so close. This would have been such a good Lich matchup, but as it is, this is not a good matchup for anyone. Boom. Take that. Murderous Rider. Run it out. Opponent. Yeah, well, equip the Vorpal Sword. Oh, that Lich was going to be so close game. I don't know if this is actually a close game. I feel like we're not close at all. If we're close, it feels like an illusion. Cling to Dust to draw a card. Opponent adapts. Plays a land. Well, alright. Go to combat. Attack. Did they top deck an answer? Jeez. Oh, God. Alright. Opponent. Torrential Gearhulk. Would Affinity? Would Affinity and Historic be good? It would be. I mean, Affinity and Historic's already a deck. I don't know how overpowered it would be with. I don't know how overpowered it would end up being with the artifact lands. It might be pretty overpowered. About it. Has to block with the Gearhulk. Oh, we were so close. I mean, that's the thing. The control deck just has so much card draw. We had a couple of shots there, but unfortunately, our opponent just managed to really top deck the answers, which is what their deck is full of. So not really a oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, we've drawn 10 lands out of 15 cards. That is not going to win many games of Magic. Sign in Blood. Opponent, did you find another counter? Sign in Blood. Well, we finally ran our opponent out of answers, but a little late. Pass the turn. Opponent blows up our Castle Lockwain. I mean, the Thought Distortion's not a bad card. Wow, we have flooded to the max. Opponent adapts. What is my favorite, most expensive Magic card? A lot of Magic cards are pretty expensive. Now, Thought Distortion, you know. I still don't feel like this is very good. Our opponent still got the Castle Vantress. Like, it's something. But they still have the Castle Vantress. We can't play the Lich because our opponent managed to steal our Vorpal Sword. Okay, so Vorpal Sword being stolen by Archmage's Charm feels really bad. Castle Vantress, opponent scries. To the top, of course. And what do you got? Passes. Gifted Etherborn. The opponent scries again. What do you think has to change for Pauper to what do you think has to change for in Pauper for 5-color crab people to be viable? Opponent, frantic inventory, draws a card. It's a fatal push. Golly gee. Drain you for 2. Play the land, pass the turn. Okay. I think this match just determines that Lich is not is not very good in this deck, and it's also just not even very fun in this deck. I think this is it. I think this is it, and we switch to a different deck because I think we've just proved that Lich is bad. Hit you down to 10. Play a Murderous Rider. Pass the turn. What is 5-color crab, people? I mean, a 5/5 sweet, but it's not looking like a 5/5 at the moment. This being a card that we could cast and attack our opponent with would be sweet. That would be pretty sweet. Hey, what's up, Atomic Bull? How are you? Feed the Swarm. Down to 5. We draw land number 13. Hit you. Play the like if this was any creature, I think we would have won by now. We're getting Lich max punished. Thinking about some broken lands, what about this? Blue land that can tap for blue or has tap, pay 2 and a blue, counter target spell. I mean, I think that would be insanely broken. Go attacking. Did you find a Torrential Gearhulk? Of course. Torrential Gearhulk off the top. Opponent, frantic inventory to draw some cards. Even when we get close, like, oh my goodness. Yeah, this Lich just straight up cost us the game. This Lich not being a castable magic card is just, it's killing us. It is the reason that we lost. Opponent. Thinking about equipping the Vorpal Sword. Do they also have removal? Goes to combat. Attacks. Now we will block. Opponent. Interesting attack. Would you like to sack 7 permanents? Okay. We need an artifact for this Lich. We need any artifact. Please. Oh, yeah, this can't do anything until it gets until we have an artifact, and we do not have an artifact. Opponent sacks down to 4 lands. Well, the Vorpal Sword can't kill us. Murderous Rider. Well, we will Swift End the Torrential Gearhulk. We will play the Murderous Rider. Come on, we gotta be able to win now. If our opponent sacks 7 permanents, and we still, oh my god, it's another Lich. No. These Liches. Oh my god, they can't find their soul anywhere. And opponent, what was our opponent thinking with that attack? Our opponent just like threw that game away. Wow, that was a very interesting game. These Liches though, these Liches scare me. I mean, I guess there's not a whole lot of artifacts at this point when you got to take out the Shadow Spheres. Boy, yeah, I think Liches is probably just not worth it. We're just kind of YOLOing it. Shambling as Vorpal Sword of Mask of Grizzlebrand. But what do you do? Like, Shadow Sphere is bad. We did win somehow. There is a artifact land, a treasure vault is on Arena, although even that's pretty awkward with Lich in a lot of our decks because we have so many things that are just so heavy black mana cost. Well, Leyline, yeah. We have so many things like Phyrexian Obliterator and Lich itself that just have such strict black mana costs that it's really tough to play colorless lands and also play the cards that are currently in our deck. We could change our deck to play the colorless lands. About it. Yeah, I think the ley lines are actually pretty good against our opponent's deck. Like, they have a lot of stuff that cares about the graveyard. Their frantic inventories, all of a sudden, are like pretty bad. Their Torrential Gearhulk is pretty bad. So keeping the ley lines out does seem helpful. Well, Obliterator. About it. Do we have a count? Do you think that Cavern of Souls would be good or bad for Historic? It would obviously punish. Yeah, I don't even think we can play. Oh yeah, Field of Ruin killing Lich would be bad. Yeah, there's no Urborg yet. It would obviously punish control decks. Yeah, let's try to sign in blood. Opponent. We need a Castle Lock, Wayne. I think that's kind of step one. All right, there's a cat. There's a Castle Lock, Wayne. Play the Shambling Gas. That can make a treasure to support a future Lich. It also wears a Vorpal sword, technically. Opponent's on the just counter it all plan. Drown in the lock. Sure. Pass the turn. Opponent taps. Oh, I feel like they always find the Field of Ruin right when we find the Castle Lock, Wayne. Opponent Essence Scatter. I'll pass the turn. Opponent taps. Now we need another Castle Lock, Wayne. Favorite Magic card. Oh god. Yeah, we might have a hard time beating that. Either Blood Moon or Panharmonicon. All right, that's a Shark Typhoon. Opponent makes a shark. Well, all right. Equip up the Obliterator, see what happens. Opponent. Captain Norvgood, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. The storm is here. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent. Come on. Come on. Just die. Hits us. Two Field of Ruins now. Passes. Well, play a land. Go to combat. Attack you. Opponent gets obliterated. We will pass the turn. Oh, again! Archmage's Charm, our Vorpal sword. How does this keep happening? Oh, sword costs infinite and a half to activate, unfortunately. About it. Yeah, sword costs 8 manas. I think his little like hooky hands probably can hold it. Opponent goes attacking, going to hit us. God, gee. Ugh. Well, all right. Life's looking bad. Down to 8. Untap. Shambling Gas. Play the Shambling Gas. Play the land. Play the Murderous Rider. Play the lay. Go to combat. Attack you. Down to 6. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. We don't. It's not our sword anymore. It's not our sword. Our opponent controls the sword. I mean, am I misunderstanding how this works? Our opponent stole it with Archmage's Charm. They just haven't actually equipped it to their creature yet. So when we untap, we'll try to activate it, but I'm like 99.9% sure that we can't actually activate it since our opponent controls it now. Equipment are weird because they stay on the creature they're on until they're re-equipped. But yeah, we shouldn't be able to do anything with it here. Opponent, Yanni's expertise, make some shark, kill some stuff. Opponent's at 6. Well, okay. Kill a shark. Well, we'll give it a try. Castle Lock, Wayne. Down to 2. Oh my god, that's scary. Yeah, we can't do anything with it because our opponent controls it now. We're the owner, but our opponent's the controller. This is really, really, really close. Oh, our opponent just has so many counters. But they have to block. All right, go to combat. Attack ya. Oh, this game is ridiculously close. Opponent blocks. Oh, it's not lethal though, right? opponent. Oh, it is lethal because it's trampled death touch. You're right. Oh, that's right. Obliterator has that's trample. Wow. I cannot believe we won that game. I cannot even a tiny bit believe we won that game. Whew. I mean, Vorpal Sword's kind of interesting. I kind of like Vorpal Sword. I feel like Vorpal Sword maybe is a little underrated. I also feel like I don't think we can keep Liching. I feel like we're going to play, let's try something else. I feel like this, the Lich is just too inconsistent. There's just not enough artifacts. We saw it be good like once, but I don't know. So I think we can build a sweet Black Devotion deck. It probably even includes Vorpal Sword. Like, Vorpal Sword might actually be worth it in a Black Devotion deck, but I think that the deck is probably better if we, like, go down the Liches, go down the Shadow Spheres, go down the Shambling Gas, play, like, Yaras to some extent. Mask of Grizzlebrand may or may not be worth it without, probably not, honestly, but maybe play, like, Bolas's Citadel. Bolas's Citadel is really powerful, and head more this direction, I think, is probably better. It's not as spicy because we don't have access to the Lich, and the Lich was kind of the reason we played the deck, but I feel like this will make the deck more competitive. Yeah, that was an interesting game. That was a very close, interesting game. So I don't know. Do you want to try? So what do you think? Do you want to try upgraded Devotion or change Devotion, or do you just want to switch and try one of the other decks? What are you feeling? What are you feeling, chat? Give me your desires. New deck time. Will you do a Sarah Benevolent Emblem deck? I actually wanted to build a Troll Worship deck for Modern. You want to try Storm? Want to try the Storm deck and see if it actually works? How do we... all right, we can try the Storm deck. Let's try Storm Big. I have no idea if Storm's gonna work, but we can upgrade this later sometime. So this deck, this is real quote unquote Storm. So I mentioned a few streams ago that I didn't think you could build a traditional Storm deck in Historic because traditional Storm needs rituals, and we just don't have rituals in the format. And someone decided to take up the challenge of Real Storm. They messaged me and they said, I've been playing Real Storm. It is possible. Here's my list. Give it a try sometime. And this is that deck. So the idea of this deck is we have Electromancers and Barals and Burgies as our cost reducers. For mana, we have stuff like Seize the Spoils. We have Skirk Prospectors. We have Strike It Rich. Our goal is to cast not 1,000,000 spells in a turn, but a decent amount of spells in a turn. And then hopefully Mind's Desire to double up those spells. And then hopefully get to a Mizzix Mastery to flash back all those spells and eventually win with the Tendrils of Agony. So this is a real traditional cast it all, cast everything as much as possible in one turn style Storm deck. We'll see if it can work without traditional rituals. That is still the issue. We have pseudo treasury ritual-esque cards, especially if we get enough brawls going. Like, we can kind of up our Storm count, but we still don't have just like Dark Ritual plus 2 mana, Pyretic Ritual plus 1 mana. We don't have cards like that in the Historic format. So I'm actually really curious to see if this can work. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it at all, but we'll give it a shot. We can get a Chatterstorm from the sideboard also as a finisher. We got discard protection in our sideboard. There's a Grape Shot in the sideboard, so we can get a Grape Shot to win if we need to, although Tendrils is our main finisher in the main deck. Tendrils just requires much less Storm count, which I think is going to be important since we don't have Manamorphose, we don't have rituals. We'll see. The only Storm decks I've ever really had success with in Historic are more of the, like, Grinning Ingus, the Grinning Ingus combo style Storm decks. Those are the ones that I've had some amount of success with. I haven't actually been able to make traditional Storm work. Yeah, that's the problem with Grape Shot is it's difficult to cast 20 spells in a turn without having rituals. One card that could be worth considering adding would be Leer. I think that Leer could be interesting as a way to reuse our graveyard, but again, we don't have rituals, so it's going to make it hard to reuse. Hey, see you, dude. Thanks for hanging out. No Ave. Yeah, Ave, oh boy, off to an inauspicious start here with Storm. The issue with Ave is just mana. Triple green is really tough, and that's where Ave kind of ends up getting cut in a lot of lists. Opponent. Play some Teamer Eldraine. I mean, oh no, we're getting Thought Seized. Oh boy. All right. Well. I wish we had some rituals. I wish we had some rituals. Stormkiln works just as well. Stormkiln works well just by casting a couple of spells and being 0 and then grape shotting for less than lethal just to ritual. Yeah, Stormkiln is a sweet card. If you can get it to stick on the battlefield, like that's kind of the hard part with Stormkiln is it is 4 mana and it does die to a lot, but it's a card that if you can untap with a handful of cards, it's really good. Real quick, how do cosmetics like Japanese Faithless Looting come around in Arena client? I'm used to just buying the cards I want in paper, no idea how Arena works. Oh boy, this isn't looking great. Not looking great at all. You have to buy the cosmetics, basically. You can buy them in the store. They cost so much. Usually there's bundles when a new set comes out with so many cards in a bundle, but they're not cheap. I don't buy, oh no. I don't buy a ton of cosmetics usually because they're really expensive, but some of the special like showcase cards I do buy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes, well, we mulliganed a bunch, which isn't helping, and then we've gotten hit by infinite discard, and not great, not great. Well, boom, take that DRC out of here. Got him. Easy game. We're good now. We're good. Hey, what's up, Doggamith? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, they rotate in and out of the store. You can, hang on, in between games I can show you. You can't really move around in Arena very easily, unfortunately. You can also, where you're like adding cards to your deck, if you right click on a card, you can kind of scroll over and it'll show you the different versions that are available. I think they're usually more expensive that way, but yeah, Lurrus is a busted Magic card. I think Lurrus is the strongest Magic card of all time. Black Lotus, move over, Ancestral Recall, like seriously. I think this is the strongest card ever printed, which is kind of amazing considering we got cards like Black Lotus in the game, but I don't know, convince me otherwise. Convince me that Lurrus is not the strongest card ever printed in Magic. The midweek events often give limited edition style cosmetics. Ooh. How does Lurrus work with the Titan? Wait, oh, you can just keep casting it. All right. Oh boy, this is, yeah. All right, next. This one's super over. You can just keep casting Kroxa from the graveyard and having it die. Well, I guess Leyline of Sanctity is probably coming in. Maybe Lazatep Plating, Tormod's Crypt. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, storm challenges. I mean, I will say that I think that a deck that's just overloaded with all the discard in the world is probably one of our worst possible matchups. So the fact that didn't go well is probably predictable because discard's really good against Storm. Moto question, is there a way to get play points, event tickets besides the various tournaments or buying them? Not really. Technically you can trade with people. I don't think that's a thing that really happens. But you can trade cards that you have to get tickets. So if you open expensive cards in a draft or something, or have cards that you're not using, you can sell them or trade them to get tickets. So that is a way. Treasure chests, give play points, so but you mostly have to buy them or win them. But yeah, there's not really one simple trick to having all the tickets and play points you need or anything. Unfortunately. I lost to Mono Red Storm the other day using Burgie, 1 CMC draw, and Underworld Rage. Ooh, yeah, I think Grinning Inga's Storm is the style of Storm that I've had some success with, because just like Birdie and Grinning Ingas can go infinite so easily, but yikes, this is going to be, this is just so brutal. Too many Thought Seizes for Storm. Yeah, Treasure Chest give play points. I think you're guaranteed at least. Boy, all right, we will continue to do nothing. Well, I guess we might as well strike it rich. Yeah, Treasure Chest, I think it's a minimum of 50 play points. Or rather 5 play points. Would it be 5? No, it'd be 50, right? Opponent. Oh my. Oh, so much discard. Why is matchup so brutal? About it. Oh my god, Ragavan would. I mean, Ragavan I think is gonna get banned. Jeez, Ragavan's gonna get banned in Modern, I think, almost certainly. Well, we will play a land. Play Burgie. Has our opponent cast 3 discard spells already? Untaps. Opponent. Arcanist. To flashback even more discard. Well, I mean, I guess there's some world where we draw a tap land and scoop. I just want to get a storm kill. Just a storm kill. I don't have a huge collection on Moto or a loan program. What format can I grind to get value on Moto, chests and such? I mean, any of the main formats. You can play leagues and win treasure chests. Storm count 1 indeed. Opponent's gonna dress away our payoff. But any format will do. If the goal is to be as cheap as possible, maybe Pauper. Pauper just has the lowest investment for building decks. Although you gotta enjoy it if you're gonna try to grind it. So you'd have to actually like Pauper, but that is an option. You can play Standard, Modern, Legacy, Vintage. I think there's some sort of weird Commander League that I've never actually tried, but I think there's a way you can earn treasure chests playing Commander, but I think it's also about like people voting for you rather than you winning. So I've never heard of anyone trying to use Commander to grind treasure chests. Opponent. Oh my god. All right, let's go to the next match. This is just not gonna do it. A quick reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom, and if you need some magic cards, you can get them from cardkingdom.com. Boy, we've gotten to the one match to get on a platinum like 7 times. Oh, the jank keeping us at the top of platinum forever. All right, I don't know, do you think, so give me your prediction. Is it possible to get a storm kill with this deck? Or are we playing like the ultimate memer dream against the odds deck at the moment? That did not even feel, I mean, we got hit by so much discard, it's hard to say, but that did not even feel a tiny bit close to us storming off. Like, our storm count was never higher than like 1. We could play Jund and have a storm count of 1. Opponent. Playing a control deck. Well, we will see the truth, I guess. Spike Field Hazard, go. Island. Opponent passes. Well, tap land. Strike it rich. Go. How fun would this be? Oko, Omnath, Nexus Bait, Omnath, Embercleave, Great Edge, Goldspan Dragon. sounds like our last standard format. More or less. About to get a cycle. The Farblad. I made a combo deck that is similar to Modern and Historic with Yawgmoth Vizier and Persistent Goblin as a finisher with Meat Hook or Blood Artist. Can I send it to you? Yeah, I'd love to see it. That sounds fun. Yawgmoth's definitely a pretty powerful card. Huh. So I'm trying to figure out, like, how do we generate storm count with this deck? I don't know. I feel like I'm not seeing it. So is the idea of this deck... So I guess the idea of this deck is we just... I mean, maybe this is just another Mizzix Mastery deck. Like, maybe that's it. But then that's not even really traditional Storm. Like, if the goal is just like, oh, fill your graveyard and then overload a Mizzix Mastery... I don't feel like that counts as traditional Storm to me. Well, discard. Oh boy, if we could. Oh, we're so close to a Mind's Desire. Discard. Not even a good Mind's Desire, but technically a Mind's Desire. Discard. Mega Treasure. So we can Skirk Prospector. Spin a Mind's Desire for 1, 2, 3. Is Mind's Desire for 3 worth it? Tenacious D at Red Rocks. How was that? Wow, Seth Manfield with a huge raid. 448. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hey, thank you for the raid, Seth. I feel like if we get Burgee down first, we're just going to get countered into oblivion. I mean, I guess we just got to do it. Prospector, crack it. Yeah, sack you. Welcome, Raiders! And thank you so much, Seth, for the raid. Definitely appreciate it. Prospector, crack it. All right, this better be... We're trying to storm in Historic. We had a challenge. I had said that I didn't think you could build a traditional Storm deck in Historic, and some people took up the challenge, so we're trying to see if you can actually really truly storm off. Oh boy. Alright, well, Electromancer, Prismari Command, Treasure, and I guess Loot? Might as well cast it. We're not doing anything else. Oh. So we kind of... We kind of stormed a little, I guess. That was not very close to us winning the game, though. Like, that wasn't even kind of close to winning the game. That was super, super far away from winning the game. Opponent, Deferi, takes up, draws a card. Oh. And now I think we're just dead, pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, we're actually just a mana away from that, aren't we? Well, Burgee, opponent. Yeah, I feel like this is just another Mizzix Mastery deck, and there's a million ways you can win if you overload a Mizzix Mastery. I don't know if that counts as a traditional Storm kill. If you're just if the whole game plan is just overload a Mizzix Mastery. Mizzix Mastery is powerful, but I mean, you could hit an Emergent Ultimatum. There's so many things you could hit that would essentially do the same thing. About it. Narset. Oh, God. Okay. Getting worse. Use Lotus Cobra and extra land drops. I mean, there's definitely ways to storm off. If you go like Grinning Angus and Burgee and Runaway Steamkin, there's ways to win the game by getting a storm count of like 20. But...
You know what?
So we know there's ways to do that. The challenge was to try to build something that was like modern or legacy storm. Because I said I didn't think it was possible because we don't have rituals. There's no rituals, and there's still no rituals. So I didn't think it was possible to have like the big turn style. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we will discard a Burgee. I didn't think it was possible to have that big turn style storm combo deck. but we'll see. Strike it rich. Opponent. Lets it go. Strike it rich. 1-2. Steam Vents untapped. Strike it rich. Mind's Desire. Well, here we go. Spin it to win it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Please. Uh-oh. Sure. So they stop a copy. Now what do we find? Land. Add. Purgy. Add. Oh, we were actually kind of close. Purgy. Oh. Oh, we almost did it. We hit the tendrils. We couldn't get the storm count high enough. I think so far. Yeah, don't worry. Oh. 1, 2, boy, if we had one more, if we had a little bit more mana, we could mastery it back. But I think now we're just Planeswalker locked, and there's no way. Oh. So far, I think the other problem is we've only played 2 matches with the deck. The first match was Rakdos Arcanus, and they just cast infinite discard spells. This match, our opponent's playing Planeswalker Stacks Control, and we haven't had really many matchups where we had an opportunity to get things set up at all. So we haven't had the time, and maybe that's just going to be how it works in Historic, but we haven't really had the time to try to set up a big storm turn. We've had to just kind of go for it.
Keep an open mind.
I mean, there's Strike It Rich. There's not really. There's some other treasure production, Seize the Spoils, Prismari Command, but I mean that's kind of the issue with trying to play traditional Storm in Historic is there's not those mana sources. There's no. Oh god. Mind's Desire for 1. What would our best hit be? I mean, I think we're just. Well, I mean, we'll discard Mind's Desire. I mean, I think we're just dead here. Electromancer. Expressive Iteration. And get a Brawl. Play a Brawl. Alright, take the land. I mean, I guess there's some world where we overload this Mizzix Mastery and win. That still doesn't exactly feel like a modern Storm combo kill, but I think Burgy front must be the first move. Yeah, I mean, I think getting down the front half of Burgy's nice, although against a control deck like this, the odds of untapping with it are pretty slim. Well, we will pass the turn. So we're sticking around just because we're going to try to overload this mastery. And once our opponent counters that, then we will concede. Bolus of Citadel, sweet. You can definitely storm off with Citadel. Yeah, Rosar Acolyte's kind of like a backup Strike It Rich, I guess. Does kind of make it tough on the mana. Going into green is not necessarily easy. Yeah, Bolus of Citadel is definitely a sweet storm deck, but again, that's not really the traditional storm. The cast a bunch of spells, chain together rituals and cantrips and win the game. Is buying a car technically card advantage because you arrived at your LGS earlier? I guess in some sense. Well, we got to draw land, I guess. And we need our opponent to miraculously not have a counter spell. And then this overloaded mastery is probably lethal. So we need 2 miracles. Miracle 1 land, Miracle 2 blue 8 control not having a counter. That's a Strike It Rich. That's not a land. It doesn't do it. We will discard it, try to find a land. All right, we will Mind's Desire to try to find a land. Boom. How about a Mind's Desire with 0 Storm? Opponent's got the counter. And now Teferi Ultimates. Yeah, right. I'd love to go shot for 20. I would love to. Hey, let me see Dakota. Ugh. Yeah, this matchup seems so bad. Well, so far, every matchup that we've played, we've come away from it saying this matchup seems so bad, but one of these days, Vizier Moth. Ooh. That's definitely spicy looking. Got some interesting cards in there. Putrid Goblin, so you get the Persist creature. Is that the only Persist creature in the format, though? Ugh. So you gotta find 2 copies of exactly Putrid Goblin. Oh, I feel like this is a deck will probably be pretty good eventually. Once we get more Persist creatures, that should make the deck a lot more consistent. But definitely a cool looking deck, Takoto. Well, land and see the truth. Get a I guess Mystical Dispute? We really can't afford to let Planeswalkers hit the battlefield. Opponent land, Birth of Meletis. About it. Not fair. Teferi's one of the fully fleshed out characters in MTG lore, but his card's always so sadistic. Yeah, I mean, I like the original Teferi, and I feel like Wizards has improved their Teferi designs. They're not as bad as they were before. I feel like the most recent Teferis have actually been pretty reasonable about it. Like Teferi Who Slows the Sunset's pretty sweet and pretty interesting. Teferi Master of Time was pretty good. Want to explain the deck? I just joined the stream. Yeah, this is a deck that you play lands and pass the turn and your opponent counters your stuff and then you go to the next game. Actually, the idea is that it's trying to storm off in Historic, although that is proving to be challenging. We're hoping that we can storm off and actually storm off, but we'll see. We're gonna give it a couple more tries, and then worst case we will give up and try that weird elemental combo deck that we saw. All right, Brawl is good. That is something. We're making a bit of headway. Gonna need some cantrips. I wonder if they'll ever put rituals into the format. Probably not. I mean, I guess eventually everything will probably happen, but all right, Expressive Iteration. Go digging. Try to find some storm cards. Well, Burgee to hand. Ether Hub Library. Spire Bluff exiled. Play the Spire Bluff. Pass the turn. I mean, we might have a shot. We might have a shot here. Oh, I hope whoever built this deck remembered to include basics. Okay. Whew, okay, there are basics. There are basics in the deck. We survived. Have we played Ashiok Tribal yet in Historic? Chandra Tribal was great. Yeah, Chandra Tribal was super sweet. Have not played Ashiok Tribal. Yeah, we do have the 7-mana ritual. Does not combo with Storm very well because you only cast one more spell, but ooh. I'll play a land. Play. Do we need the backside of Burgee more? We probably do. Opponent has 3 blue mana. I'll play Electromancer. This might be the game. I feel like we actually got a chance here. Pass the turn. The counters can protect us. Our opponent's going to tap out for a Wrath eventually. Archmage's Charm, draw 2, not going to counter that. Sure. Oh, we're actually close. This might be the one. This might be the one. About it. We could use some card draw. We have the Mind's Desire. Like, Oh, we're close about it. Passing. This might be our chance to actually really truly storm off. Oh, I hope our opponent doesn't scoop when we start going. I mean, I guess they gotta stick around because we could whiff on the Mind's Desire. Also, the Mystical Archive Japanese versions look so good. All right, we draw land. So play the land. I think we play the backside of Burgi. Opponent. Hopefully it's not a veto. Archmage's Charm. Well, we will counter that. Oh, now the veto. Test of Talents. Well, all right. We will counter that. Okay. That's what we got. Would we like to draw a card? Sure. Discard the looting. Would we like to draw a card? Sure. Oh! We didn't even get to cast a storm card. No. Oh no. Oh. Should have played the front. I mean, I don't think the front really does much there. We already have 2 cost reducers. The problem wasn't casting stuff, it was having enough cards to cast. We needed to find a way to up the storm count, and our hand didn't offer the cards to up our storm count. Oh, opponent. I mean, we won a game, but we didn't even cast a storm spell. Oh, we didn't even get to cast a storm spell. Okay, we're gonna hit a better matchup for it. One of these times we're gonna play someone who's not playing. We had Brawl. What about Brawl? I mean, we had multiple. Well, no, but what I'm saying is, like, if you looked at our hand, we had, like, we already had 2 cost reducers, and we didn't have any sources of card advantage. I feel like drawing cards is a lot more important there than than having a 3rd cost reducer. I don't feel like the 3rd cost reducer actually does all that much when you already have 2 on the battlefield. About it. Where the mallet is. Sure. Well, expressive iteration off the treasure. That feels pretty bad. Well, I guess we... Yeah, let's just looting. Discard and discard. Discard. Steve Ed's tapped. Go. All right, no Narzeds, please, opponent. Land and passes. Well, play the land. Pass the turn. All right, we're building up our mana. We're heading in a good direction. Omen of the Sea. Opponent's deck feels like it should be a Yarion deck, but they don't actually have Yarion. Opponent. Burgi's front is amazing when Mind's Desire goes off. Yeah, that is true. How are we going to get our storm count up for Mind's Desire, though? We had 2 counters, Mind's Desire and Mizzix's Mastery. I guess we could, like, try to cast one of those and counter it. Like, cast Mastery and try to counter it with our own Mystical Disputes to try to up the storm count. Well, make a treasure loot. One, two, three, four. Discard and... Oh, yeah, I don't think we can seize the spoils. Discard. Untap. Expressive iteration. Brawl in hand. Mind's Desire Library. Land in exile. Play the land. Play Brawl. We're actually not that far away. We know our opponent's probably going to... All right, we're farther away now. So Brawl countered. I'll pass the turn. I mean, I guess we're still not ridiculously far away. We got 6 mana. Like, if we can just up our storm count, we can cast a Mind's Desire and just see what happens. Opponent. Oh, Teferi, Hero of the Miserable. Yeah, draws a card, untaps to leave up a counter, blah, blah, blah. Sure. Well, we will. Expressive Iteration. Mizzix's Mastery in hand. Mizzix's Mastery, Library, Electromancer, Exile. Play Electromancer. Okay, Omen. Oh, next turn. Next turn is the turn we gotta go for it, I think. So what Planeswalker do you think is, What Planeswalker do you think is gonna get turned into a vampire? Assuming it actually is a Planeswalker that gets vampirized. Alright, opponent. Search for his Kanta. Oh, please, no. No miserable card. Narset. Okay. Oh, we were so close, but now we're just getting stacked out of the game. When was the last time we played Forsaken Monument? Maybe try Colorless Storm Splashing for Mind's Desire and Grape Shot. Oh my god, that's a veto. Alright. Our hand is a bit worse now that there's an Narset on the battlefield. And a Teferi on the battlefield. That's gonna ultimate here shortly. We draw land. Well, land untapped. 2 damage to Narset Treasure.
You cannot see your folly.
2 damage to Narset Treasure. All right, well, spin it to win it. Mind's Desire, that's as good as we can get. Storm count does count our opponent's card, so our opponent helped up it a little bit. Well, here we go. What do we find? Land. More lands. More lands. Mizzix's Mastery. Well, do they have more counters? All right, Mind's Desire again. Storm count increasing. Please not lands this time. Brawl. Mastery. Mind's Desire. Oh my goodness, it might happen. And a land. Okay. And a See the Truth. And a land. Okay, so we play the land. Oh, this might be it. Oh, we already played the land. See the Truth. Up the storm. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. It's gonna actually happen. Okay, we draw all of them. Then we will Mind's Desire for 7. Oh, it's gonna happen. Oh, it's gonna happen. We're doing it. We're actually doing it. Yes. 7 free cards. That's with an Narset out too. Yes. Okay. 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 Oh my goodness. And our opponent's letting us do it. Mind's Desire. All right. Electromancer. Virgie. Yup. Cast it. Strike it rich. Up that storm count. Up that storm count. Make some mana. Oh. Yeah, Brawl's coming. Brawl's a coming. Oh no. Are we getting salty roped with storm? Okay, opponent's still there. Brawl. Make some mana. Strike it rich. Make some mana. Strike it rich. Make some mana. Yes. Yes, it's possible. Even against a control deck. Strike it rich. Make some mana. Mind's Desire. For basically our deck. Come on. Where's that tendrils? Where's that tendrils? Mizzix's Mastery. See the truth. There's a tendrils. Yes. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way you can play this on mobile, I don't think. Wow, with a Narset out against the control deck with the Nova's Veto, we found a way. We had to get a little lucky with the Mind's Desire, but this actually felt like Storm. It is possible. It is possible to do the traditional Storm thing in the historic format because we just did it. Electromancer. And yeah, we'll just go for it. Tendrils. You. Oh, Tendrils. Storm count 18. That is super lethal. And we can even flash it back if we need to, which we don't need to, but click your face a bunch, and that's how you storm off an historic. Ooh, okay. Okay. That actually worked. It took a lot of tries, but oh man, could you imagine if they had a stifle or like a tail's end to stifle the storm trigger? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Grape Shot could have got there. It actually could have gotten there this game. Well, thank you, opponent, for actually sitting through the storm kill. Definitely appreciate that. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Well, that doesn't even feel like a very good matchup. Okay, I think I'm starting to see what this deck is trying to do. We're starting to see the idea of it. The deck wants to Mind's Desire into the Mastery to recast the Mind's Desire. So we're not going to be able to to generate a huge storm count just naturally. We're gonna have to get like a storm count of 5, of 6, hopefully, and then hopefully Mind's Desire into Mastery, cast Mind's Desire again, and then you get that snowball effect, because the first Mind's Desire gives you more free spells, and then the second one is gonna give you an even higher storm count, and then you just keep spinning and spinning until you eventually, ooh. Well, this is fine. Until you eventually get the win. That seems to be the plan. Well, discard and... Was hoping for blue mana, but discard. I mean, this could work. This is free, this is free. Blue mana, maybe? Alright. Land and Electromancer. Okay. I mean, we're not that far away from trying to mini storm off and see what happens. Maybe we get lucky, maybe we get lucky. Could storm be tier 1? I mean, I would be surprised, but I guess you never know. Wish. Well, Spikefield Hazard. Faithless Looting. A little worried about getting Thoughtseize, but discard a Looting, discard, I guess, a Wish. All right. Discard. All right. I mean, next turn we can go maybe on a mini combo and see what happens. Opponent. Well, I mean, I feel like the cat's not actually that big of an issue for us. Either, I mean, if we're going to win by a million miles. If we're not going to win, you know, we're going to lose Electromancer. Yeah. About it. I'm going to do some cat shenanigans. Another Mayhem Devil. All right. Opponent passes. So our storm count, well, I mean, I think we got to go for it. I think, can we play the Electromancer? Not really. Do we have to go for it? So storm count 1, storm count 2, storm count 3. That's not a ton of shots to hit another Mind's Desire. If we keep waiting, though, it gets probably not better. Oh, I wish we could get the storm kind of a little bit higher. Well, here we go. Hey, what's up, Leafheart? How are you? So, Strike It Rich. Mega Mana. Skirk Prospector. Storm Count increasing. Sack the Prospector. Get pinged. Oh, we need this to be a pretty good Mizzix Mastery for Mind's Desire. Yeah, well, here we go. So we really need to hit another Mizzix Mastery out of these 3 cards. Or 4 cards. All right, what do we get? Come on, Mizzix Mastery. Come on, Mizzix Mastery. Mind's Desire. Mizzix Mastery. Okay, that's good. Strike It Rich. Oh, we might be going. We might be going. We might be going. We might be going. Ugh, a couple lands isn't great. Well, Strike It Rich. Up the storm count. Yeah, well, here we go. Mind's Desire. Can we keep the fun going? Can we find another Mind's Desire? We get a bunch of shots. 7 cards deep this time. We need a Mind's Desire. Skirk Prospector, that's not it. Come on. Oh, Tendrils. That's a Tendrils. Come on. We just need more spells. We just need more spells. That's a Brawl. Okay, that's a spell. Not lands. Not, oh, okay, Expressive Iteration. That's a spell. Yes. Oh my God, we're going to win it. We're going to win it. We're going to win it. And a bonus scoops it up. Ooh, that was a turn 4 storm kill. We actually did it. What are the chances? I mean, we had to get a little lucky, I think, but we did manage to pull it off. That was pretty sweet for this deck. Ooh. Okay, the deck is actually kind of fun. I'm still not sure exactly how good it is, but wow, when it goes off, it's pretty sweet. It is very Mizzix Mastery dependent to loop the Mind's Desires. Without that, it would be hard to get it. You've seen it here. It's really the second Mind's Desire is a big one. It's hard to go too big for the first Mind's Desire. It's really the second Mind's Desire that seems to put the game away a lot of the time. So there is a little bit of risk, I guess, where that our opponent could just either kill us before we get things set up, or we can just fizzle with our Mind's Desires. But is there a way to export this to Arena? There is. If you pull up the deck list, and you go to export to Arena here along the left-hand side, and then I don't think I can do it in client at the moment because we're in a game. But basically, if you've ever imported a deck before, you just copy it and then click import deck on your deck page in Arena, and it'll import the deck for you. So yeah. Just a click away. Well, we got the looting and a mastery. All right, we'll keep a bonus, land, and Thought Seizes. Yeah, I was wondering about Lear in this deck. I feel like Lear could have some amount of potential. Although I'm not sure what we're flashing back. Like, that's kind of the issue. But I guess you can hit Lear. Well, if you hit Lear on Mind's Desire, you'd still need the mana to recast something. So I actually don't know. It's very good in Storm decks in older formats because you can recast your rituals. So you play your like Past in Flame effect or whatever, and you can recast all of your rituals and proceed to win the game essentially. Harder to do that in Historic, I think, just because you don't have the rituals to recast all the stuff from the graveyard. Gifts is sweet. What is the saltiest card in Historic? Muxus? It might be Muxus. Just the sheer variance of Muxus makes it pretty salty. Yeah, Krim has a weird take on Commander. Kadama's Reach is such a weird card to hate on. Like I don't really get it, but I don't know. Well, what do you think the answer to that question is? I asked it on Twitter, and it seemed like about 1,000,000% of people said Commander would be worse without ramp. If you just got rid of all the ramp, it would make the format less good. Huh. Well, Burgy Hand. Electromancer Library, Ether Hub exiled. Play the Ether Hub. Pass the turn. I mean, wouldn't that make the format worse if you didn't have ramp? What is the saltiest card in Historic? Teferi's, I guess Teferi's pretty salty. Although Teferi, like, I don't know. I think the Staxy Planeswalkers like Narset actually make me saltier personally. All right, opponent. Got the cat shenanigans going. Gonna start drawing cards. Well, we're on a clock. Gonna be hard to make this Burgy work. Ooh, Leyline. Okay. So I sack this, 1 damage. Sack, 2. Our Burgy's just kind of locked here, isn't it? Well, let's seize the spoils. Discard Burgy. Gonna be tougher to win once this Leyline comes down. Spire Bluff, go. Maybe our opponent gets greedy and we can catch the cat with a... Maybe they get greedy and we can catch the cat with a Spike Field Hazard. That'd be sweet. Come on, get that cat back. Oh, they play around the Spike Field Hazard. Teferi definitely pisses me off more than Nissa, even though Teferi is probably more beatable. I think that's probably true. Nissa's brutal. I think I just don't play against Nissa that much in Historic. There's the cat, there's the pig. All right, so it's going to be even tougher to do this through a... Yeah, this shuts down our ability to loop our Mind's Desire. That is going to be tough. And we're on a pretty fast clock. Yes, Leyline's an issue. Opponent. I don't even know if we have an answer for Leyline in this deck. So. Well, Prismari command. 2 damage, make a treasure. Yeah, Leyline. Leyline's bad news. I've been playing Teamer Dumb Stuff in Historic with Nissa, Comb, and all the big dumb idiots. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, I run into Nissa once in a while. Nissa's still a very powerful card. I just, wow, they just sack the... Well, this works out, doesn't it? This actually works out kind of spectacularly. Wow. They feel like they gotta sack the devil. Interesting. Okay. Well, we dealt with the devil and the cat somehow that turn. We will take it. About a Gilded Goose Hog Hog. And Gilded Goose and an Innkeeper. Well, I mean, out of cards. Okay. And that's a Mind's... Well, Horn. And play the land pass the turn. All right. Well, next turn we're going for it. We're going to see what happens. It's not going to be super easy because our graveyard's offline. We can use Horn to hopefully find some free spells to up our storm count for our for our Mind's Desire, and then we'll see what happens. Wavy Gravy! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. For the 3rd month, big super cheer for you. Seeing you updated the Abzan Rights deck for Modern. What about the Wildfire Colossus deck? That was a spicy one. Ooh, that's been a while. That could be a fun one to upgrade. That Horn to me sounds exactly like the Horn from Game of Thrones, like at the wall. I feel like it is that Horn. I don't know. Like, to me, it sounds dead on 1,000,000% like it. But yeah, I think our opponent made a mistake or two here. Not sure we can punish him for it though. We'll see. Oh God. Well, jeez. That's unfortunate. Sender, what are people playing Storm Hate for? Who plays Storm Hate in Historic? I don't know. I might see, dude. Is it good? Is it worth seeing? Who plays Storm Hate? Opponent finds another Cauldron familiar. Yeah, so I mean, I guess we're just dead now. We just don't have a way to answer this. Opponent. Wow, that's so unfortunate. Cindervines is control hate? I mean, what are you trying to tax your opponent's counter spells? That, I don't know. I mean, I guess you can just play it for artifact hate, but I mean, I guess it makes sense for a Bolas' Citadel deck because you want everything to be playable with Citadel. So I assume they're just playing this as their artifact hate spell because it kind of works with Citadel. Oh boy, this was gonna be good too. Oh, I'm a little salty now. Well, discard. Yeah, if our opponent hadn't just stumbled into that, we'd be in business. Now it's Kirk Prospector. Sack it. I don't think we have an answer for this though. Like, I don't think it exists in our deck. Strike it, Rich. Get pinged. Make a treasure. Expressive iteration. Get pinged. Ugh. That's awkward. Oh no, there's our 1 tendrils. Ooh, okay, how do we work around this? Huh. So our graveyard doesn't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, but once we lose the tendrils, I don't know how we're gonna. It's gonna be very, very tricky for us to win. We want to be hitting tendrils off of this Mind's Desire, but there's not really a way to do that. Well, take tendrils to hand. Mastery Library, Mastery Exiled. Mind's Desire. Yeah, what we needed to do is play this, hopefully hit some stuff to up the storm count, and then tendrils. But hitting the tendrils off of the expressive iteration is not ideal. Oh boy, we would have been golden too. Yeah, I guess we should maybe just put it back and hope we hit it. Virgie. Strike it, Rich. Yeah, we definitely should have put it back. I guess that was a punt to not shuffle it back in. About it. Wins, I believe. Zags the cat. I mean, because they drain us and then they can crack the Cinder Vines. Yeah, so we're just dead. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, we're dead regardless. I mean, the deck sort of works-ish. Thought it would have been better to just cast it. Yeah, but then it gets exiled, and there's only one of them. So if we had a bunch of tendrils, then I think just casting it to gain life would be fine. But with only one of them, losing it forever, getting exiled by Leyline, it's going to be really, really almost impossible. Yeah, our opponent drawing that hate card off the top was brutal. Brutal. Yeah, double hate is pretty good against Storm. Wish gets cards from the sideboard. Unfortunately. I mean, and so it could get like a Chatterstorm or a Grape Shot, which can sort of be can be finishers. They can be finishers. But yeah, there's no more tendrils after that. So Maybe there'd be a way we could get Storm Count to 20 for Grape Shot, or high enough plus the Tendrils damage. It would be a challenge, but it could be possible. Well, tap land, go. About it taps. Prosperous Innkeeper. Well, we're going to kill the Cauldron Familiar. Cat down. Opponent gets the Innkeeper. Hopefully they don't get to the Citadel. Gilded Goose. Hong Kong. Sure. Well, land in Burgee. Go. No payoffs yet. Opponent taps, but we got a Burgee down. About it. Yeah, there was a time when you could get it from actual exile. Outside the game means sideboard now. It used to mean literally any place outside the game. You go over to you could open a booster pack and take a card out of it if you wanted to, or out of your binder or whatever. But now, according to the rules, it is just your sideboard. Ooh, Mind's Desire. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, Faithless Looting. Trigger Burgee. Discard a Burgee, discard a land. Land on red. Backside of Burgee. Get pinged. Okay. 2 Burgees. Pass the turn. About it. Adapts. Come on. We got some card draw. We got the Mind's Desire. There's no hate cards yet. I feel a little bit hopeful. A tiny bit hopeful about this Storm Kill. About it. Yeah, I mean, it is. Exile is very similar to a second graveyard now. All right. Opponent answers the Burgee. Untap land. Finds a Cauldron Familiar. Well, no Witch's Oven at least. Gains some life. Drains us. Goes attacking. Hits us. Down to 13. That's a fast clock. Another Mind's... Well, we got to discard a Mind's Desire. See if we can hit some mana. See, there's no rituals. Oh, not having rituals makes this so much harder. Faithless Looting. I guess we cast it. Discard. Strike it, Rich. Aether Hub. Yo. Well, I mean, next turn we can cast a Mind's Desire. Our Storm Count's not especially high. Tome? Wait, what tome? There's a chance. There is. 1 in a million. Gosh darn it. Wow, that was a good one for our opponent to draw. That was a very good top deck. And now they have this Hive of... all right, so there is no chance anymore. There it went. There goes the chance. Nanobots, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Hey, what's up, nerds? Good to see you. Big scoops here for you. Thank you. Oh, that was so brutal. We draw useless land. We discard it. Prismari command. Kill a thing, make a treasure. Yeah, we're literally dead. Wow. Well, I mean, we made it close. Thoughtseize... I mean, I don't think Thoughtseize is a salty card overall. It is unfortunate when it comes off the top like that, though, and is actually relevant. You know what? I'd like to see a leaderboard where we can see the order of subscribers with the longest tenure following the stream. That would be pretty interesting. You get to see it a little bit when people subscribe, but other than people subbing, you don't really get to see just a full list of how long people. I don't even get to see a full list of how long people have been watching the stream. It would be interesting to see, though. Oh, about it. I really miss blowing out Thoughtseize with Veil of Summer. I mean, Veil of Summer is probably a smidge too good at what it does. Like, there are times when Veil of Summer feels like the... Oh no, is this Rakdos Arcanist again? There are times when it ends up feeling like the good guy of the format, but I think a lot of times it's also ends up being kind of the bad guy. Like, people using it to protect their combos and so forth as well. So even though it is nice when it's like, oh, I stopped the Thoughtseize, so it was going to tank by, you know, Siege Rhino or a random mid-range threat, there's a lot more degenerate uses of it, too. It was just so pushed. Veil, Veil that doesn't draw you a card, isn't that, what is the other one? Is it Summer's? Veil of Summer? No. Veil of... What is the bad version that is essentially Veil of Summer that doesn't draw you a card? Does anyone remember? Autumn's Veil, that's what it is. Autumn's Veil is, I think, essentially that, right? Or very similar to that. All right, what are we doing this turn? Oh, we found a Mastery. Oh, there's Wraths, though. All right, let's just play Steam Vents. Untapped. And go to combat, hit ya. Yeah, Autumn's Veil. Spells you control can't be countered by blue or black spells this turn. Creatures you control can't be the target of blue or black spells this turn. So it is very close to Veil of Summer without the card draw, and it was played for a while. It's not played anymore, but Summer's Veil has the dumb addendum of being uncounterable by everything for some reason. Yeah, Veil of Summer is definitely a tough card to for a lot of decks to deal with. Yeah, we're gonna pass. Pass the turn, Prismari command. Worried about running out Birching into a Wrath. I assume our opponent's reanimating. Land. Temrat calls the dead. Oh, this looks like the deck we played on stream a couple of weeks ago, actually. Mill. Yeah, it definitely was played during its time. I don't know if it would be today. I mean, it probably would still see sideboard play today, I guess. Well, loot, treasure. Discard. What? Seize the spoils. And... Huh. Are we getting rid of Burgee? Maybe. Maybe we just get rid of the Burgee now. Untap. Expressive iteration. Baral to hand. Steam Vents Library. Island exiled. Island. Baral. Oh, if we can find a Mindless Desire, we actually can up our storm count quite a bit with this hand. Opponent mills some cards. Faithful Mending. Champion of Wits. Come on. Come on. Let's find this Mind's Desire and combo of. Yeah, this hand is set up for Mind's Desire. Like, we should win the game if we find a Mind's Desire here. About it. Thinking about killing our creatures. I mean, because this is free storm count. This is free storm count. This is free storm count. Sure. We're all block. About it. Alright. Extinction events away the board. Well, Spire Bluff Canal, go. About it untaps. Do you have any specific wishes for Crimson Vow? I want wizards to power up tribes like humans and zombies and vampires enough that they are actually standard playable. And somehow answer things like Alrund's Epiphany. I want to see the standard shake up. I want the people who say, oh, this is just a standard that only has 5 sets in it. Don't worry, it's gonna be better once the next set comes out. I'm hoping those people are right. That's what I want more than anything. Okay, there's Mind's Desire. Okay, so discard Prismari command. Oh, do we discard the mastery? What do you want from Crimson Vow? I feel like spirits will be good once we get to Kamigawa. So I'm not too worried about spirits being good yet, because I'm sure once we get to Kamigawa they're gonna be good enough. Oh, another one. All right, well there it is. Strike it rich, make it treasure. Skirt Prospector. Sack Skirt Prospector. Skirk Prospector. Sack Skirk Prospector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we cast that, 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, yeah, that doesn't work. All right, well, Mind's Desire. Spin it to win it, spin it to win it. We got our storm count as high as we could through the Wrath, land, and See the Truth, and Prospector, and... All right, that wasn't great. I'll draw some cards. Oh, there's a Mastery. Play the Prospector, because we're going to lose it. Land. Wow, if we still had our cost reduction, we'd be in such amazing shape. Pass the turn, pass the turn. We can try again next turn. Sure would be cool if werewolves got a push they were supposed to get with their own set. I mean, I feel like werewolves are pretty good. I think we'll get some more werewolves, but I don't think the problem is that werewolves in standard aren't good enough. I think the problem is mid-range decks can't compete with Alrund's Epiphany. Like that's the issue. It's not that werewolves aren't good. I think that werewolves are one of, if not the best mid-range tribe in standard. It's more that just no mid-range deck has a shot against the current Izzet decks. All right, discard a land. Discard a land. How do we do this? Do we really want to discard 2 lands? Do we discard the Burgee, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I think we're on the Overload Mystics Mastery plan. Discard, discard. Untap land. Sack it. Overload. This should give us a pretty good Mind's Desire. If this reads out, oh my god, okay. So, seize the spoils. Prismari command. Expressive iteration. Prismari command. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Prismari command. Strike it rich. See the Truth. Spike Field Hazard. Faithless Looting. Mind's Desire. Spin it to win it. Spin it to win it. Ooh. All the spells are on the stack. We want to cast the spells first to up our storm count, and then Mind's Desire. Seize the spoils. See the truth. Land. Faithless Looting. Goblin Electromancer. There's a Mastery. There's a Looting. I mean, we should end up winning this game. Mastery. Tendrils of Agony. And that's the Storm Kill. I mean, the deck does have the ability to storm off. I think we got enough cards that we won't. I think we got enough cards that we're not going to mill out. We don't have that much card draw, honestly. All the Prismari commands are making treasures. So we're only drawing 6 more cards, I think. Draw some cards. Striker Ridge makes a treasure. Make a bunch of damage. Oh, that was so good. About it. 17. Expressive Iteration. Sure, whatever. Hand. Library. Exile. Prismari Command. Ping ya. Draw some cards. Electromancer. And I guess we just Electromancer. We'll just win. Tendrils, you. A few times. Storm count. 14. 30 damage to the... You don't have a Stifle, do you? I mean, even if they do have a Stifle, we flash it back with Mastery, so it doesn't matter, but... Oh, that was our best Storm Kill yet. That was our best Storm Kill yet. Yeah, our opponent actually played it out, which we do appreciate, Wisco Buddha. Good game to you, and that was pretty sweet. Wow. So the good games with this deck are pretty spectacular. When we go off, we really go off. The bad games, where our opponent has a ton of interaction, are a little less exciting. Those also happen on occasion. Yeah, I definitely worried. Some people play Tail's End to ramp with like Lotus Field. That's a thing that some people do, and I'm petrified of getting a lethal storm spell stifled, because I know it's gonna happen one of these times. I was wondering what packs I should open other than Innistrad. My Innistrad is 90% done. Out of the sets that are currently in Standard, I think the next most important... Well, okay, so the answer is, if you have a deck you want to build, and it has a lot of cards from a set, if you want to build, is it Giants for some reason, open Keldheim, because that's where the Giants are from. If you want to build Golgari Magecraft, then open Strixhaven, because that's where those cards are from. But in a vacuum... Zendikar is, I think, the next most important set as far as just having a lot of staples in Standard. The MDFCs are really playable. Skyclave Apparition is a staple. I think that Zendikar is probably the most powerful set in Standard right now. So I think you'll get the most, you'll build your collection the best just opening Zendikar. But like I said, if there's a specific deck you're trying to build, then try to open whatever offers the most cards for that deck is probably, I think, the smartest plan in general. Yeah, I mean, you got Runs Epiphany and Goldspan out of Keldheim, but the rest of it doesn't. I don't think it offers a ton. Huh. So we're bringing the Graveyard Hate. One thing I will say about this deck, remember, this is the deck that was viewer submitted originally. I will say that I feel like we probably want some sort of answer to Graveyard Hate in our sideboard. We need some answer to our opponents bringing in ley lines and so forth, because we just don't have an answer for that. And it has gotten us a few times. So I think we need something to blow up artifacts and enchantments in the side. Actually, Chaos Warp could even be sweet. 6-1 in the draft challenge. Congratulations, Osen. That's awesome. Well done. How do you like the mid format? Opponent. Schwamp. Stitcher Supplier. Mills. Boy, you got all the cost reducers this game. Double Baral, double Electromancer, and the Burgee. Could be good if we draw some cards to go with it. Yeah, Bounce could be fine too. No, play a land, play Brawl. If something's gonna die, might as well be the legendary one. Pass the turn. Mind's Desire down to 5 manas. Opponent. Stitcher's Supplier. Hey, what's up, Kilo Diego? Good to see ya. Welcome. Ooh, that's a mastery. Missing land drops, though, awkwardly. We know our opponent has Wraths, which is scary. Opponent gonna block it mill. Okay. Yeah, we could use some lands or cantrips. Faithless Looting would be sweet. Faithless Looting, discard the Mind's Desire, flash it back with Mastery, off to the races. That would be ideal. And we draw land. Land on red. Go to combat attack. I don't know if we can keep casting things into a potential Wrath. About it. Maybe our opponent took out the Wraths. Like, Wraths aren't great against our deck. Mills, mills, mills. Well, okay, Burgee. Entering the fray. That does turn Skirk Prospector into a ritual. Faithful Many. All right. Next turn's the turn we might be able to go for it. Maybe. Wait, how do we get to loot? We don't have any looting effects at the moment. Skirk Prospector makes a mana. I'm so eject? I don't know what that word is. For the 2023 Lord of the Rings set coming out, I can't wait to see who's turned into a card from that universe. Oh my god. Oh, instant. We don't win with instants, we win with sorceries. That's fine. That is perfectly acceptable. So, Skirk Prospector makes a mana. Sack Skirk Prospector. Land. Electromancer. Make a mana. Mind's Desire. Oh, I think there's a shot. I think there's a shot that we win from here. Oh, land and... Oh, land and... Faithless Looting. Cast it. Make a mana. Discard, discard. Spikefield Hazard. Brawl. Yes, we're sure. Storm count increasing. Faithless Looting. Discard, discard. Mizzix Mastery. Mind's Desire. Storm count bigger this time. Oh, get a bunch of looks. Okay, storm count up to 7. Yeah, they did name instant. Which is probably the one thing they should not have named. Okay, Expressive Iteration. Tormod's Crypt. See the Truth. Prismari Command. Faithless Looting. Tendrils. Prospector. Whoo! They named instant. Our opponent named instant. They named instant. Make a mana. Tormod's Crypt. Make a mana. See the Truth. Draw some cards. Make some mana. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Expressive Iteration. Might as well. Up that storm count. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, Mind's Desire hand. Electromancer Library. Tormod's Crypt Exile. Land. Make a mana. Strike it rich. Oh, I really want to cast another one. Is it disrespectful to our opponent to cast another Mind's Desire here, even though we already have the win? No, not disrespectful. All right, I will listen to you. I will listen to the person who is saying what I want to hear. Whether or not I actually think that is right. I blame Rabblemaster. Rabblemaster, if there are any hurt feelings about this game, I blame you. You were the first one to respond. You said it was cool. My actions are purely your responsibility. That's the thing. They can concede any time. At the same time, I appreciate our opponents. Sitting it out sitting through this so you can see the combo. So that's why I feel bad. Is I'm afraid it will discourage people in the future from. I'm afraid it will discourage people in the future from sitting through the combos. So that's the. I was trying to say good game. So that's the reason not to do it. And I don't think it's going to get any better than that, honestly. Like, I think that is as good as the storming can get. So what do we learn about this storm deck? What do we learn about the storm deck today? And I mean, the storm deck actually feels competitive-ish, I will say. Like, overall, it can be inconsistent, but the actual combos are pretty sweet. And when it goes off, as we had to see, we can go through our entire deck. So it is a really high variance deck, but it is a powerful deck. It does scoop to hate. I think the biggest thing is if you decide to pick up this deck and play this deck, no, I was trying to say good game, but it looked like I was targeting myself with the tendrils. The biggest thing I would say is add a bounce spell to the sideboard or add something that blows up an artifact or enchantment, because we do need our graveyard. It's really, really difficult. Sure, this is actually pretty close to a traditional storm deck. I will give everyone that. It feels a bit like Modern Storm or Legacy Storm, but it does really rely on the graveyard, which is also true of Modern and Legacy Storm to some extent. So having an answer to the graveyard hate, like Leyline of the Void, is essential, because it's going to be hard to get the storm count high enough if we can't do our shenanigan of like Mind's Desire, hit Mastery to recast Mind's Desire. Really, really hard to get the storm count going high enough without doing that. So yeah, but the deck is pretty fun. I think we've played like mono red Burgee Storm before with Grinning Angus. This definitely feels way more like Modern Storm, and I mean, it's good enough to win some games. So if you like Storm style decks, I would definitely recommend it. Probably even better in Best of One, where you're not going to play against as much hate. Although Best of One tends to be really polarized, and you have a lot of super heavy control decks in super fast aggro decks, and this kind of wants to play against the mid-range decks. I think our fastest kill was turn 4, and that got pretty lucky. But like turn 5 is probably more likely if we are not hit by a ton of disruption. But on that note, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for today. So super happy. That was sweet that we actually got to storm off. So next stream is on Thursday, I think. It is the start of spoiler season, which could mean I have to cancel at the last minute, but I'm planning on streaming Thursday evening because the spoiler preview stream is during Thursday afternoon. So hopefully I can get spoiler season done before our stream. So that's coming up on Thursday. In the meantime, if you're looking for something to do, and we're about to ship along a raid here in a minute, Replay YouTube, you can find the old streams, normal YouTube. Yeah, Dragonstorm's a sweet deck too. Tomorrow's Against Odds is pretty fun if you like modern action. On Friday, we are much brewing in Legacy, so tons of older formats on the YouTube this week. And one more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magical cards, you can get them from cardkingdom.com. Even get a free goldfish sticker. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome and spectacular. And I appreciate y'all. Thanks for spending your Tuesday afternoon hanging out with me. Y'all are great. And hopefully see you on Thursday, so we can talk about some spoilers, talk about some Innistrad, Crimson Vow, whatever new stuff is going on. So thanks so much, everyone. I appreciate y'all. See you on Thursday, and I will talk to you soon.